We are live. Hi everyone, welcome back to Code Era. Today in this video, we'll be starting the Mastering CodeForces binary search series. So in this series, as we already have some series on this channel, that is firstly we had greedy series where we had done mastering CodeForces greedy problems, and we had discussed about a lot of problems that were based on greedy approach on CodeForces. Then we also did CodeForces game theory series, where what we did was solving problems of CodeForces that were related to your game theory part, right? And a lot of people loved the game series as well. Then after that, we also did CodeForces sorting series, and now we have come up with the fourth series, that is mastering CodeForces binary search series. So all those who have joined the chat, you can consider giving me a quick +1 in the chat if my voice is audible and my screen is also visible, right? And I'll just be waiting for some time for everyone else to join in, and then we'll begin with the session. So in this session today, I'll be discussing two problems that are related to binary search. The first problem that I'll be discussing is named as perfect team, and this problem, as you can see, is a problem C, and it was asked in a CodeForces educational round. After that, there is the second problem, that is save more mice. This problem also is a good problem and has been asked in CodeForces round 748 division 3. So hi Lalith, hi Lalith. So all these problems will be doing. Today is the first day of this binary search series, so that is why we'll be doing a little bit easier on the easier end. Like we'll keep the problems and the approaches simple, even if we are able to solve just one question today, so that's not an issue. But whatever we'll be doing it with perfection, right? As the problem name is also perfect team, right? So I'll just wait for a couple of minutes more for everyone else to join, so that they can join and they do not miss any part of this these problems. Otherwise we'll have to repeat the problems. So I hope, hi Lalit, hi again, right? So like this problem save more mice, and this problem is perfect team, right? Also just I'll take 1 minute of yours, so you can consider checking out this channel. On this channel we have been uploading CodeForces video editorials, lead code daily challenges as well, and we have started with the SQL series on this channel as well. Abhishek sir, can you review my profile if you have time? I do not consider that I am someone who should give much opinions. If you want something, then if you want some specific suggestions, then I can give you that. If you are under lesser equal to expert, something like that. If you are above that, then I cannot give you suggestions, right? So you will also not ask for suggestions, right? So okay, so all those who have joined the chat, please consider giving a quick +1 in the chat, so that I know that what are the people who have joined, so that I'll be asking the questions from you. Like I hope that you have checked out the previous series on this channel, right? So what I was saying is, I was talking about the channel, so you can consider to view this channel. And on this channel, like we have the hello CodeForces, like we have the CodeForces rounds, editorials, as well as mastering, like you can see CodeForces greedy series. Then we also did lead code weekly contest editorials as well. We also have very active series, that is lead code daily challenge. So you can consider watching these these videos if you just want some suggestions from us, right? So shall we begin with the problem? If everyone is clear and everyone agrees that we should begin, so please consider giving a quick +1 in the chat, and then I'll begin with the problem. I think enough people have joined us, so we'll start with the problems. Just quickly, I'm just waiting for your +1, so you can just consider giving a quick +1 in the chat, and then we'll begin, right? Even if we are able to solve one problem today, so that is not an issue. Binary search is a topic. If you want to become an expert on CodeForces, this is what I'm saying, right? Currently I am stuck in pupil. Okay, you can send me the maybe the profile link. I'll suggest you like what you need to do, right? So if you want to become at least an expert, right, or if you want to maintain the expert rating on CodeForces, in such cases binary search is a topic which you should be knowing. The reason for that is like this topic, you will say that whenever you see a problem, you might not be able to think that it can be solved using a binary search on CodeForces or some other platforms or DSA in general, right? But the thing is that if you will try to solve some problems, try to find like what is the basic intuition behind applying binary search, and what are the situations when you apply binary search on answer concepts, things like that, then you would be able to do that, right? Okay, so without further ado, let's begin with the problems for today. So the first problem that we'll be solving today is named as perfect team. Let me just show you the problem. So the first problem that we'll be doing for today is named as perfect team, and this problem has been asked in CodeForces educational round 73, which was rated for division 2, right? So let's quickly read the problem statement. So the problem says that the problem name is perfect team, okay? So, and it has been asked in CodeForces education round 73. So the problem says that you may have already known that a standard ICPC team consists of exactly 3 members, right? So it is saying that you must be already knowing that a standard ICPC team consists of 3 members. The perfect team however has more restrictions, right? There are more restrictions in a perfect team. A student can have some specialization, coder or mathematician, right? A student can either be a coder or a mathematician. She or he can have no specialization but can't have both of them at the same time, right? One person cannot have the both specialization at the same time. It might happen that they might not be a specialist in maths and your statistics as well, right? A student has to be a coder or a mathematician, right? So the team is considered perfect if it includes at least one coder, right, and at least one mathematician, and it exactly consists of 3 members, right? A team is considered to be perfect if there is at least one coder and at least one mathematician, and it consists of 3 people, right? If a team is considered to be perfect when the team has at least one coder, right? There are 3 people in a team, 3 people would be there in a team, right? Let's assume 0, 1 and 2. Yeah, you can do that, right? So at least one coder, at least one guy with who's good in math, right? And one another guy can be either a coder, either the other guy can be a coder, only a coder, or he can be a mathematician. He can be good in with mathematics, or he can be none, right? None of these two, right? So after that, let's read the problem statement further. So it says that you are the coach at a very large university, and you know that C of your students are coder, M of them are mathematician, and X of them have no specialization, right? So C of them, out of these, C are coders, M are good at math, and X are good at none of the both, right? This way. I hope that this much part is clear now, right? Okay. So now, next up, what it says is that what is the maximum number of you have been given these specializations of the team. After that, what you have to tell is, you have to tell that what is the maximum number of full perfect teams you can distribute them into, right? What is the maximum number of full perfect teams that you can distribute them into, right? So what is the maximum number of full perfect teams you can distribute them into? So basically you have to find the maximum number of teams that you can make, right? Note that some students can be left without a team, and each student can be a part of no more than one team, right? Each student can be a part of no more than one team, and uh, some students might be left out as well. So you are also asked to answer q independent queries, right? You'll also be asked to answer q independent queries. So we'll see what has been asked, right? So what this question further, let's read how the input works. So each of the next q lines contains 3 integers, that is c, m and x, and the number of code, that is the number of mathematicians, coders and students without any specialization. No student is both a coder and a mathematician, right? This much part must be clear to all of you, right? After that, what the problem further says is that you have been given q queries, that is q integers, and for the ith integer, the ith of them should have the answer I in order that they are given in the input. The answer is nothing but the maximum number of full perfect teams that you can make from these students, right? So you have to maximize, you have to find what is the maximum number of perfect teams you can make, right? If the question is clear to everyone, please consider giving me a quick +1 in the chat if the question part is clear to everyone, right? If the question is clear to everybody, so you can just consider giving me a quick +1 in the chat, right? And then we'll begin further. Is the question clear to everyone? You can just let me know. Is the question clear to everyone? Is the question clear to everyone? You can just let me know. Yeah, the question is clear to Lalit. What about others? What about others? I think the question is clear, right? Perfect, perfect. Now, the thing is, how will you solve this problem? How will you solve this problem, right? The thing is that. So, what you could do in this problem is that you have to make the perfect teams, right? You have to make the perfect teams. So, in this particular problem, you will be given C coders and mathematicians and X number of basically people who are not specialized in both, right? So can you think of something like how to maximize the number of teams? Let me quickly copy the check cases, bro. If we check for minimum coder or mathematician, it will give the perfect user team. You are saying if we check the, okay, let's iterate on the, let's check out for the test cases. I'll be doing whatever you will be saying, since this is an interactive session. So whatever you will be saying, I'll be first of all doing that, and then if that fails, so I'll be letting you know that why that will fail, right? So let me just copy the test cases and their solutions. Okay, we'll be keeping the check on the solution so that we can verify that our approach is right or wrong. Okay, if you have been given C as 1, M as 1 and X as 1, in this case you can make a total of 1 team, right? A total of 1 team. If you have been given C as 3 and let's say M, mathematicians people are 0 and the other X as 0, in this case how many teams can you form? How many teams can you form? Can I say that I can form 3 teams? Right, I can, because I can make 3 teams, because I can take 1 and 2, like 1 coder and 2 mathematicians, then 1 coder, 2 mathematicians again, right, like this, 1 coder, 2 mathematicians, and then 1 coder, 2 mathematicians, like this, right? If I have all of them 0 0 0, so the answer would be 0. That much part must be clear. But what if I have 10 10 1 and 10, right? In this case what will I do? If I have 10 comma 1 and 2, right, like this. So in this case you can see that the minimum will be nothing but this, right? Minimum will be this, right? Hi Ashok. So for this I can safely say, that my answer would be nothing but 1, right? I can safely say that the answer would be nothing but 1 for this particular case, and the reason for it is that I have just got 1 mathematician, so I can just make 1 team, right? Because at least 1 mathematician should be present with us. So I hope that that much part must be clear to everyone, right? I hope that this much part must be clear. Okay, you are saying C plus M plus X divided by 3. If you want, I can implement that. Let's try and implement and see whether we are getting a right answer or a wrong answer. So let's say long C comma M comma what we have other X, right? So we have this input. Do you think that this will work? Right, let me show you that whether it will work or not by submitting your particular solution. Like it might you might think of this solution when you are doing a contest, so you might also submit it. So that is why I'll also be before submitting, let's just copy the test cases and see whether this will work or not. Okay, so I have this thing, right? Let's see whether it works or not. 1 3 0 0 7 and 3. Okay, you see this only this test case, right? At this particular test case, when your you have 10 comma 1 comma 10, right? In this particular case only, when you have this thing, right? 10 comma 1 comma 10 only, when you have 10 comma 1 comma 10 only, will you be able to make 7 teams? According to you, 7 teams will be made, that is 21 divided by 3 7. But is that actually possible? No, that's not possible, right? The charts are, I think, a little slow. Yeah, right. Okay, okay, right. So I hope that this much part must be clear to everyone. Now next up is the thing that how will we do for the next case. Let's say you have 4 4 and 1, 4 4 and 1. In this case, how will you make the teams? Just let me know. How will you make the teams? How will you approach for making the teams? Let me know. How will you make the teams in this case? How will you make the teams? In this particular case, how will you make the teams? So you have 4 mathematicians, 4 coders, and one is none. One is with none, right? One guy is with none of the approaches, right? So how will you do this? Anyone can answer that for me? Any approach, any thought process, like you think that how we can do this? So for this, can I say that I can make I can take first of all one like this one I can take one coder, then I can take one non-coder and just one mathematician. Like this I can make one team with this. Then I am left with what, 3 3 and 0, right? So with this I know that I can take two coders, one. Hi Aniket Yadav. So you are thinking that the answer is 4, but let me show you, right? So one mathematician and 0, right? Something like this. Then I have, after this process I am left with 1 2 and 0. So what is the total that I have now? The total now that I have is one. I can have one coder, then two mathematicians, and number of number of this, right? So this will work. Now what is the answer? I have three teams that I can make. Can you think like how we can do this? Even a greedy approach, any approach, first of all, will not be focusing on the binary search approach directly. Just let me know what you are thinking. Like, what is your thought process for this particular problem? What do you think that we can do for this problem? What do you think that we can do for this particular problem, right? What do you think? Let me know what is the minimum number of teams that you can make. You don't know what is the maximum number of teams you can make, but what is the minimum number of teams we can make? What is the minimum number of teams we can make? Let me know. Let me know. What is the minimum number of teams that we can make? What is the minimum number of teams that we can make? Can you guess what is the minimum number of teams that we can make? Minimum, somewhere, like at least an idea. Like that would not be actually minimum. That might not be the actual minimum. But can you guess? Can you have a rough guess that the exact minimum will be 0? But what will the range? First we take teams with minimum of C comma M. Okay, right. Remaining players. Okay, so you are saying that first we'll take the teams with minimum of C comma M and then distribute remaining players in the teams. After that we can see how teams are left with two persons and distribute them into three teams, right? Okay, your approach is okay. But can you just let me know a little bit more inside would work. How teams are left with 2%? How we can see how much teams are left with? Okay. You are saying this. Okay, that is perfect. But how will you actually implement it? What is your logic behind it? That is okay. But in this question, can you look at the value of cnm cnmx? The values are 10 to the power 8 and the number of test cases also are here 10 to the power 4. So a linear even a linear approach would give me a time limit exceeded. Even a linear approach would give me a time limit exceeded. Gagan, can you guess this? Can you see this? That the number of test cases are 10 to the power 4 and cm and x all are 10 to the power 8. So that is why a brute force approach won't work for this particular problem, right? I think you are suggesting a brute force approach, allocating like that. That is very much basic, like school level. But how can we do something better than that? That is my question from all of you. That is my question. Let's say for this case, like if this was the case, can I say that if there are 3 coders, 6 mathematicians, things like that, I can say I cannot make the maximum. My answer will be, can I say that if I have, let's say, 3 comma 6, or like if I have 3 coders and 2 mathematicians, right? So in this case, how many maximum number of teams, how many teams can I make? How many maximum number of teams I can think of making? Can I say that I can make maximum of 2 teams, because at least one mathematician would be present. At least one mathematician should be present, right? If I have let's say 4 coders and six mathematicians, like 6 mathematicians, in that case, can I say that I can only make a maximum of 4 teams? I can make a maximum of 4 teams, right? I hope that this part is clear to everyone. I can make a maximum of 4 teams because one team each will be having both 1 and 1, right? So that is why 2 mathematicians would be left, right? At max, you can make 4 teams, right? At max, you can make 4 teams, because what is the reason for that? Because this will get exhausted. Once this get exhausted, right? Once this part gets exhausted, in that case, you won't be able to cope up with it, right? Yeah, perfect. So this much part must be clear to everybody, I guess, right? So now, next up, we have to think a little bit more better. What should we think? Basically, I want to know your thought process. What do you think we should do such that we are able to encounter all these conditions? What should we do? What should we do? Can I say that the minimum number of teams I can make is nothing but 0? That the minimum teams that I can make is nothing but 0, and the maximum teams I can make is nothing but minimum of c comma m, that is the number of coders and the mathematicians, whichever is the minimum. If you agree with this part, so please give me a +1 in the chat, right? If everyone agrees with this particular part, so please consider giving me a quick +1 in the chat, right? Everyone agrees with this part. I guess everyone agrees with this part, right? So the minimum number of teams I can make is 0, but at max I can make the minimum of c comma m teams, right? Whichever is, if one gets exhausted, if I have three coders and 4 mathematicians, so I can make at maximum 3 teams, because at least one coder should be present and at least one mathematician should be present, right? If I have something like this, if I have six coders and one mathematician, in this case I can only make 1 team, because at least one should be present in both, right? At least one of them should be present in both, right? So this question was not based on allocating. Now I hope that this part is clear, right? This part is clear. Now the further concept, yeah, Lalit is also giving a +1. Okay, safe approach. We can also apply binary search on the range. Okay, so Lalit is saying that I can apply a binary search low is equal to 0, and he's saying high is keep my high to something like a minimum of c comma m. He's suggesting this, right? This much part is clear to me as well. So he's saying, can we say that the answer will lie in this range, that the number of teams will lie in this range 0 to minimum of c comma m? Yes, Aniket Yadav is suggesting something. Let me read it. So first we make the team taking is non-specialization, guys. So minimum teams will make, if minimum, first we take non-specialization, guys. So minimum teams will make if minimum of this is C or M, then we are done. By now minimum is none. Okay. Right. So this much part must be clear, right? The answer can lie, the number of teams can lie in the range 0 to minimum of 0 comma m, right? So I have initialized my low to 0 and high to C comma m, right? Now what I can do is now you must be must be knowing, right? So I can say that I will initialize my result to 0 initially, because initially I'll think that the number of teams that I can make is 0. Then what I'll do is I can think of applying a binary search approach. We will see how we can apply. Basically we have to find the number of teams, and the constraint is 10 to the power 8. So you know that you cannot apply a brute force approach, right? A brute force approach won't work. So while my low is lesser equal to my high, that is the left range is lesser equal to the high range, right? If that is the case, so in that case what should I do? First of all, I should calculate my mid is what? Nothing but left plus r divided by 2, right? Mid is this. After this, when will I say that I have an answer, right? When will I say that for a particular mid, particular mid to be considered as an answer, what will I say? For a particular mid, right? For a particular mid to be considered as an answer, what should I say in this case? Can you let me know? What should I say? What should I say? What should I say? If I have a particular mid, right? That is, if I have let's say, maybe if I have a particular mid, what should I do with this particular mid? How will this help me, right? Like someone can let me know how should we do it further. I want these sessions to be interactive. I don't want me just to give you guys an answer or something like that. I want you guys to think a little bit. If I have a particular mid, then with that particular mid, what I can do with this, right? What can I do with this? What can I do with this? What can I do with this? Just let me know a little quick. Just think. If you are not able to think, let me know, but just try to think. First of all, the approach should be that you should think a little bit. I know that I can what, sorry, what are you thinking? Just let me know your thought process. Now if I have a particular mid, so how can I check it? I cannot apply a direct basic binary search, because if low is like, how do I say that I have an answer? How do I say that I have a particular answer? That is my question from all of you. How do I say that I will have a particular answer, right? How do I say this? Right? This is what I want from all of you. What will I do? Maybe if mid is greater than 1, what will you do? Like if mid is greater than 1, then okay, the minimum, then I can say that I will be having 1, right? But what will you do after that? Can you think of a little bit, like a binary search approach? What can we do? Just think of a little bit. Just let me know. Let me know what do you think. What will you do? What will you do? Any thought process? Any thought? Can I say that? Now notice one thing. Let's take the test case. Let's take a test case and try to think. Okay, so let's take the test case 4 4 and 1. Let's take the test case 4 4 and 1 and then try to see what can happen, right? Let's take this test case 4 4 and 1. So my low is also 4 and high is also 4, so my mid will come out to be 4. With this 4, what can I do? What can I do with this 4? What can I do with it? Like this particular case 4 and 4, what can I do with this particular case? What can I do? What are the total number of players? What is the total that I have? Can I say that the total is nothing but 9? So I have 9 total number of people. Total number of people are 9. What can I do with them, right? If I have total people 9, in that case, what will I do? Can I say that whatever is the total, right? Whatever is the total, can I say that from my total, uh, if I have a total, then I will need mid, that is this much. If I want to make at least mid number of teams, at least mid number of teams, if I want to make at least mid number of teams, right? If I want to make at least mid number of teams, in that case, can I say that the total number of people minus 2 into my mid should be greater equal to mid? Can I say this? Can I say this? I hope that this part is clear to everyone, right? If I want to make mid number of teams, if I want to make mid number of teams, that is mid number of teams, in that case, can I say that this should be the condition? That should be the condition. Can I say this? Can I say this? M plus C plus X by 3, how will it work? It will not work for you, right? So total is what? Total is nothing but C plus M minus plus X, right? Plus X. So whatever is the total, if I want to make mid number of teams, if I want to make mid number of teams, then I know for sure that the total is C plus M plus this thing, right? So if I want to make mid number of teams, right, so then I need what? Then I need mid number of this as well, mid number of this as well, right? After that, the third number that I'll be requiring is what? The third number I require, right? The third thing I require, the third thing is that overall team, I now have mid, right? But now to make at least mid number of teams, either I can have people with zeros, who do not have any skills, that I can use these people, that is X people that are given to me, or either I can use people from coders, and mathematicians, right? So what I can say, if I want to make mid number of teams, right, if I want to make mid number of teams, then what is the people that I'll be using? I definitely need mid number of coders. I definitely need mid number of mathematicians. Mid number of coders will be available to me because I know that this range is between 0 to minimum of C comma M. So that is why I know that this much part would be available to me for sure, from coder side as well as from the mathematician side, right? From the coder side as well as the mathematician side, this much part would be available to me. After that, what do I want? I want mid more people, right? I want mid more people, right? That is what I want. I want mid number of more people. At least this total should be greater equal to mid, right? I want at least mid number of people to make the team, right? If I want at least mid number of people to make the team, right? Either now that particular mid number of people that I need more, because I want to make total mid teams. Total number of teams that I want to make is nothing but mid. Total number of teams, I am assuming that, let's suppose if I had to make mid number of teams, right? If suppose that I have to make mid number of teams, if the total number of teams that I had to make was mid, so in that I will be requiring mid number of people for from coders, mid number of coders, and I'll be requiring mid number of mathematicians, right? So that is why I'll requiring 2 number of mid people for sure. Can I say this? If this much part is clear, please consider giving me a quick +1 in the chat. Whoever is watching, you can just consider giving me a quick +1 in the chat, right? If this much part is clear to everyone, I hope that it is clear, right? I need at least mid number of coders and I need mid number of mathematicians. They would be available to me. So I can say from the total I have taken 2 times mid people, right? So I can say that now the number of people left will be nothing but the total number of people minus 2 into mid. Can I say this? Yes, I can say this, right? Total number of people that I'll require will be this. Maybe while implementing code will get it. Okay, like what I am saying is basically, let me move up again, right? What I'm saying is if I want if I know for sure that I can take the people in the range between mid to number of coders comma mathematicians, right? And now the mid number of teams is always possible for me. Now I know that for sure that I have mid number of coders and mid number of mathematicians available. Now the thing is, do I have enough people to satisfy the team size, right? Each team size should be 3. Each team size should be 3, right? So do I have enough people? If I want to make mid number of teams, then I required mid number of coders, mid number of mathematicians. So that is nothing but 2 into mid. Those people are available to me. Now the overall total that I have, from that total, at least I need, this is the remaining people that I need. The remaining people that I need is mid. Now I need mid more people, right? Because I want to make mid teams. So that is why if the remaining number of people that I have, they can be including the coders, mathematicians, and normal people. So if whatever is the remaining number of people that I have, if that is greater equal to mid, so in that case I'll say that my result is equal to mid, because at least this much number of teams I can make, right? At least this much number of teams I can make. Let me write it here. So while my low is lesser equal to high, right? While my low is lesser equal to high, what I would be doing is I'll calculate mid. Mid is nothing but low plus high, divided by 2, right? Mid is this. Then after that, if my total number of people that I have, total is nothing but c plus m plus x, right? C plus m plus x. If my total number of people minus 2 times mid, right? Minus let me write it 2 into mid, like this. Okay, Ashok, it is clear to Ashok and Gagan. Great guys, great. I know that this seems a little bit tough, but still I am taking some time so that we can do it better, right? 2 times mid, right? These are the remaining number of people that I am having. If this number of people is greater equal to mid, then only I can make the teams, right? Because if I want to make mid number of teams, then I will be requiring 3 mid number of people. If I want to make mid number of teams, then I require 3 mid number of people. That must be clear. If I require mid number of teams, so 3 mid number of people. So mid number of coders I'll require, and mid number of mathematicians I'll require, right? So what is the total from this? Total is 2 times mid. Now remaining people I require is what? Remaining I require mid number of people. So I see that whatever the total I have, subtracting it from 2 cross mid, that is 2 times of mid. If the remaining number of people, if the remaining is greater equal to mid, right? Remaining, if it is more than mid, equal to mid, or more than mid, in that case I can make the teams, right? Is this clear? If this part is even now clear, please consider giving a quick +1 in the, please write clear in the chat. I want a clear in the chat from all of you. I hope that this much explanation is perfect for all of you guys, right? I hope that this much explanation must be clear, right? So what I'll do, I'll simply say that my answer is equal to mid. If I can make mid number of teams, I want to maximize. If I can make mid number of teams, so that is perfect. If I can make mid number of teams, so that is perfect. But what should I do after this? If I can make mid number of teams, so that is perfect. But if I want, let's say if my low is 0, if my high is 9, and my mid comes out to be 5, mid comes out to be 4. If my mid is 4, if I know that I can make 4 number of teams, if at least 4 number of teams I have stored in my answer, right? If my answer is 4, so what should I do? I want to maximize the number of teams that I want to make. I know that I can make 4 teams for sure. Now I want to make more teams. So what should I do? Should I not update my low to mid plus 1? I should update my low to mid plus 1, right? Why I should update my low to mid plus 1? Because I will now check in the range 5 to 9. In the range 5 to 9 with a new mid. Now the mid will become 7. Now I'll check for 7. Can I make 7 number of teams? If I cannot make 7 number of teams, so that means I will be checking in the range 5 to 6. So in that case, I'll say else my high is equal to nothing but mid minus 1. Is this part clear? Please write clear in the chat if this part is clear to everyone, right? Is this part clear to everyone? I hope that it is clear, right? I hope that it is clear. Please consider If this part is clear, please like the video. If this part is clear, please like the video and please write clear in the chat if this part is clear. Is this part clear to everybody? Is this part clear to everybody? I can explain that again for you. Is this part clear to everyone? Is it? Let's try and dry run. Okay. Let me write the code here. Let's try and do a dry run of this. So while low is lesser equal to high, right? Low is lesser equal to high. In that case, I am calculating the mid is equal to low plus high divided by 2, something like this. And if my total minus my 2 times mid is greater equal to mid, right? In that case, I'll update my answer is equal to nothing but answer is equal to mid, right? And clear. Okay, Gagan, it's clear. That's great. Even if all of you who are present, if that is clear, please consider liking the video and please tell me in the chat. Only then I'll proceed further, right? After that, what I'll do is I'll update my low to mid plus 1, right? Else what I'll do, else I'll say that high is equal to mid minus 1, like this, right? I hope that it is visible, right? Something like this, right? Then I'll close my while. So let's say I have the test case 4, 4 and 1, right? So can I say what is my low in this particular test case? My low is nothing but 0. My high is what? High is 4. What is the total number of people that I have? Total number of people that I have is 9, right? Total number of people that I have is 9, because total is what? 4 plus 1, that is 9, right? That is 9. Now what I'll do is I'll calculate my mid. What is my mid? Currently my mid is 2. So can I make two teams? For making 2 teams, I need at least 2 coders. All these will be available, right? Because my high is what? My high is nothing but minimum of the number of coders and the minimum of mathematicians, right? So that is why this much people would be always available. Mid number of coders and mid number of coders and mid number of you can say mid number of coders and mid number of mathematicians would be always available to me, right? So that is why my mid is 2. So I'll say what is the total? Total is 4. I can say I'll use 2 coders, right? I need 2 coders, I need 2 mathematicians, right? So that is why total 4 people are taken from here. I need 2 more people, right? I need 2 more people. They can be coders, they can be mathematicians, or they can be none. So that is why 9 minus 4 is what? 5. Do I have 5 or more people? Like 9 minus 4 is 5. So I have 5 people. Remaining. And how many people I need? 2. I need 2 people. Right? I need 2 people. And I have 5 people remaining. Can I do this? Can I make 2 teams? Yes or no? Can I make 2 teams? I have 5 people remaining and I need 2 people. The need is 2 and the remaining number of people are 5. If I can make, so please write yes in the chat. If I can make 2 teams, right? Because I need 2 more people. I know that I have 2 coders, I have 2 mathematicians, I need 2 more people. They can be non-coders, they can be none of the above, they can be coders, they can be mathematicians, but I need 2 more people. So that is why I have 5 people remaining, because total people were 9. So out of those, 4 people are already taken. So that is why I need 5 I have 5 people remaining and I need 2 people. So that is I can have these number of people, right? Is this part clear to everyone? Please write yes in the chat or clear in the chat, right? I can make 2 people, right? I can make at least 2 people. I hope that this much part must be clear to everybody, right? If this is clear, please, you can also like the video as well, right? I hope that's clear. Lalit, it's clear. Ashok, it's clear. That's perfect, man. That's perfect. Like this problem, I know that it might seem a little bit tougher on the side, but that's okay, right? Now, what is the target? What is the target? What is the target? Target is to maximize number of teams. If I can make 2 teams, so I know that I can make lesser than 2 teams as well. If I can make mid number of teams, so I know that I can make the mid from all the teams from mid to low, right? But I want to maximize. I have a greed. I want to maximize the number of perfect teams that I can make. How will I do that? Should I search for between low to mid now? No. No, I want to maximize the number of teams. I want to maximize the number of teams. So where should I search? I should search from mid plus 1 till high. I should search from mid plus 1 till high. Right, I should search from mid plus 1 till high. Right, only in this particular case I'll be able to get the maximum. Right, if I can get mid number of people, so that is perfect. I'll store in my answer that I can get mid number of people, that is nothing but 2, but I want to maximize, so I'll search. I'll update my low to mid plus 1. I'll update my low to mid plus 1. Now let's update. Now update to mid to low plus 1. Mid is now 3. Mid is now 3. Now we'll calculate the mid again. Now we'll with the update, since the range has got updated, so now we'll calculate the mid again. What will happen? Just let me know. What will happen in this case? What will be my new mid? Let me know a little quick. I want a little quick answer from all of you. What will happen? What will happen? Let me know. What will the mid? The mid is nothing but now 3. The mid will be 3, right? So I'll say okay. Answer currently is 2. Notice that the answer currently is 2. Answer is currently 2. Now mid becomes 3. Now the new mid is 3. What will I do? I need I have 3 coders. I have 3 mathematicians. I know that for sure. So what is the total number of people that I have? I have total 9 people. Now 9 minus 6, because I know that 6 are done. I need at least 3 people. I need 3 people. How? And 3 people are remaining. Can I make 3 teams? I need 3 people and 3 people are remaining after taking 3 mathematicians and 3 coders, 1 for each team, right? I need 3 people and 3 people are remaining. So can I make 3 teams? Please write yes in the chat if you agree that I can make 3 teams. Yes, I can make 3 teams, right? Please write yes in the chat if you agree. I hope that you agree with me, right? Please write yes in the chat. You know that you can make 3 teams, right? So okay, you will say that okay, I can make 3 teams. So in that case, I'll update my answer from 2 to 3. Now my answer would not be 2, it would be 3. From 2 it will get updated to 3. Earlier it was 2. But I can make 3 teams as well, because I have done binary search by changing my low to mid plus 1, right? So that is why instead of 2 I can make 3 teams. You'll say okay, perfect. Right? You'll say perfect. Now the question is, I still am on greed. I am greedy. I want to make maximum number of teams. So I'll update the ranges of the binary search. Now again, what I'll be doing, I'll again be, since I can make mid number of teams, so that is why I know that if I can make mid number of teams, right? If I can make mid number of teams, so that is always possible. But if I can make low, so I can, if I know I can make mid number of teams, so I can make any number of teams between low to mid, but that does not increase my answer. I should be searching from mid plus 1 till high, right? I should update my range and everyone will agree that I should search till from mid plus 1 till high, right? Everyone will agree to me, right? This way I should be searching this way. So now my range changes to what? Now my low will change to mid plus 1. So my low changes, my mid was 3, so my low changes to what? 4. Now my low changes to 4. What is the current mid now? What is the mid now? Mid is nothing but 4. What do I do with this mid? What can I make 4 teams? Now the target is to make 4 teams. For these I need at least 4 coders. So I know that I have 4 coders. I know that I have 4 mathematicians, 1 for each team. 1 coder and 1 mathematician, then 1 coder and 1 mathematician, something like this. 1 coder, 1 mathematician, then 1 coder, 1 mathematician. I know that this much is available. Now what is the total number of people that I had? Total is 9. Now I need 4 more people. 4 people needed. 4 needed. I need 4 people. I need 4 more people. 1 for here, 1 for here, 1 for here, and 1 for this team, right? For all the 4 teams, I need 1 more people each, right? So that is why I'll subtract 9 minus 8. How many people I have now? Because I have already taken 4 coders and 4 mathematicians, so I have just 1 person left. Can I make 4 teams? Can I make 4 teams? I need 4 people, but I have just 1 people remaining? Can I make 4 teams? If if you will say, if I can make 4 teams, please write yes in the chat. If I cannot make 4 teams, please write no in the chat. Also, if you have just joined, so please consider liking the video. Can I make 4 teams? Can I make 4 teams? Can I make 4 teams? Can I make 4 teams, man? Can I make 4 teams? Yes or no? Can I make 4 teams? I just have 1% remaining. Can I make 4 teams? Yes or no? Just quickly write yes or no. Can I make 4 teams? Can I make 4 teams? Because I have already used 8 people and in total I had 9 people. So I have just 1% remaining. Can I make 4 teams? No. I still need one person each for each team. So I total need 4 people and I have just 1% remaining. Can I make it? No. No. Please write. Please write. What do you think? Can I make it? Can I make 4 teams? Can I make 4 perfect teams? Lalit, can I make 4 teams? Just let me know. All of you, just let me know a little quick. Can I make 4 teams? No, we cannot. No, right? No, no, we cannot. Why? Because we have already used 4 coders and 4 mathematicians. So 1 person is remaining, but I need 4 people. How will I get those 4 people? I will not. So that is why I'll say, okay, no, I cannot do that, right? So what I'll do after that, I'll update my range. So I know that if I cannot make mid number of, right, if I cannot make mid number of teams, so that means that if I cannot make mid number of teams, so I know that I cannot make mid plus 1 to high number of teams. This much also I cannot make any team between mid plus 1 to high. If I cannot make mid number of teams, so I cannot make mid plus 1 to high, any range, any number between these, I cannot make any team like this, right? I cannot make any team like this. So what I would do is, I know if I cannot make mid number of teams, so I cannot make mid plus 1 team, mid plus 2 team or high team, right? So like this. So I know that my low will remain the same, but since even I cannot make the mid number of teams, so my high changes to what? High changes to mid minus 1. If I cannot make mid number of teams, so I'll check, can I make the number of teams between low to mid minus 1? Mid minus 1, so my high changes to mid minus 1, right? Like this. Is this part clear to everyone? If this part is clear, please consider giving me a quick +1 in the chat, and please like the video if you haven't done that. Please consider giving a quick +1 in the chat if this part is clear. Is the question clear? Is the approach, is the binary search approach, is the feel for binary search clear to everyone? Please write a quick +1 in the chat. Only then I'll be moving ahead, right? Only then I will be able to proceed further, right? Only then I'll be able to proceed further, right? So just write a quick +1 in the chat if you all agree with me, right? So what I'll be doing is, let me show you how will I write the code for it, right? Please write a +1 in the chat if the problem statement and the approach, everything is clear. So I'll say that int my low is equal to nothing but 0 and my high is also 0, right? High is not 0, high is minimum of number of coders. Lalit, it's clear. Okay, understood, submitted and got AC. Osho Pandey, that's great, man. I hope I just tried to explain it in the simplest way possible. Then I'll also say that I need to initialize int result, let's say result, so 0, right? After this, what will I do? Like you were doing, Osho, you were doing coding while I was explaining. That is just superb. Okay, while my low is less equal to high, then what will I do? If my first of all, let me calculate the total as well. Int total is equal to what? Total is nothing but c plus m plus x, total number of people, right? And let me calculate the remaining number of people. Let me calculate here int. If I want to also, let me calculate the mid first. So mid is equal to nothing but let's say something like this, low plus high divided by 2, something like this, right? So the remaining number of people would be what? The remaining number of people would be this, that is total minus 2 into mid, everyone would agree to this part, right? So if the remaining number of people is greater than mid, because I require mid number of people at least, right? If this is the case, then in that case I'll say that my result is 0. My answer is mid. Mid number of teams are always possible, so I'll say okay. Now I'll search on the right side because I am greedy, so I'll search for mid plus 1, right? I'll search in the new range mid plus 1 to high. Else what I'll be doing is I'll change my high to nothing but mid minus 1, because I'll say that if I cannot find mid number of people at least, so that means that I cannot make any team between mid plus 1 to high, right? So that is why in the end simply I will see out my answer, right? I'll see out my result, right? So let me see, copy the test cases and see whether it's working or not. Let's first take the basic test case. Let's first take the basic test case, that was 1, and let's say if I had 4 and 1, like this particular test case I had 3 answer for this. Let's see if I'm getting that 3 answer for this or not. Okay, remaining some, let's say I do it like this, remaining, right? Let's take it long. Let's take this as long as well. Let's see how it works. So I am getting 3. Can you see that I'm getting 3? Let me copy all the test cases now. For this particular test case, you can see I'm getting 3, and I've run the binary search for you, all of you as well. Also after that, what would happen after that? In that case, what will happen? Now you would change your range. Now in this case, what will happen? Your low was pointing to 4, high was 4, and your mid was also 4. So you couldn't make 4 teams, right? So what you will do? You will change your low to nothing but mid minus 1. No. You will change your high to mid minus 1, right? You will not change your low. You will change your high to mid minus 1 in this case, right? You will change your high to nothing but mid minus 1. So my high will be what? High will be now 4 minus 1, that is 3. So the moment my low is what? 4. My high is what? 3. So in that case, my binary search will terminate, right? Terminates. I hope that this part is clear to everyone, right? Okay, understood. Okay, thanks Ashok. Thanks for that. Okay. So let's see. We are getting 1 3 0 0 1 and 3. 1 3 0 0 1 and 3, right? Clear fully. That's great, Abhishek. That's great. Okay, let me copy this. Let's submit. Let's submit this problem. Let's submit and see what happens. Let's submit and see what happens. So we have got it as accepted, I think. Just let me refresh and see. We have got it as accepted, right? You can see that it's written Happy New Year, and that means that the problem is accepted, right? So please write clear OP in the chat. Please write clear OP in the chat if this problem is clear to everybody, right? Is this problem clear to everyone? Please write clear OP in the chat. Please write clear OP in the chat, right? Right, this was the first problem that we did today. Also I'll be providing you the code for this particular problem in the description, and after this video is over, today we could discuss only one problem, right? Today we could discuss only one problem. The problem is this. You can see the problem, which is, where's the problem? You can see this problem, right? Let's just move back. Right, so this particular problem was perfect teams. It was asked in, I guess, educational round, and this was a problem C, right? Problem C. So you can notice like all these problems are very easy. All these problems are very easy. It's just that you need to know how to apply binary search, right? Binary search. This is nothing but a concept, that is binary search on answer, right? Binary search on answer, right? That is why, that is how you should apply, right? Thanks a lot, Aniket Yadav. Right, so that is why 10 to the power 8 was the range. So the number of test cases were 10 to the power 4, and C, M and X were in the range 10 to the power 8. So brute force will have not worked, right? People doing brute force just keep on doing it and it will never pass, right? So that's how we have done this question. Let's move one more back. Yeah, so this was the problem. The problem is perfect team. You can also try to submit this. I'll provide the problem code of this particular problem in the chat. I'll also provide the timestamps. So this is our channel Code Error. So you can consider subscribing the channel, like just give me 1 or 2 minutes for talking about Code Error. So on this channel, what we do is I am doing mastering CodeForces. Yes sir, OP. Array man. Right, CodeForces, mastering CodeForces, binary search problems, right? And what we are doing in this is After that, we are also doing CodeForces editorials regularly of the latest contest, right? We are also doing, I am also doing lead code daily challenge on this channel. Lead code daily challenge also I am doing, so you can consider to watch it as well. Apart from this, another thing that we are doing is we are also trying to bring the SQL series for all of you, and there are a lot of other things that are available on this channel. So just keep an eye on this series, code mastering code forces by research series, that I'll be taking. Right, I'll be taking it tomorrow as well, I think. So what just subscribe the channel so that you get notified whenever I take the series. You can keep on checking the channel. Also tomorrow also I'll be bringing the lead code daily challenge. Today's lead code daily challenge was I have done, that is minimum number of arrows to burst all the balloons, right? So you can consider watching those videos. You can try to solve lead code daily challenges regularly with me, right? So please ultimately give me a +1 in the chat if you liked it, and if you will come back tomorrow, we'll have a more interesting problems on binary search that we'll be doing. So this was it from my side for today. Thanks a lot everyone for joining in, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Till then, good night, have a great day tomorrow, and keep coding.